Nintendo just had their financial briefing, and in that briefing, we learned about some games they're still committed to for this year. Chiefly, obviously, Nintendo Level VR, which recently came out, Super Mario Maker 2, Fire Emblem Three Houses, Astral Chain, Pokemon Sword and Shield, Luigi's Mansion 3, Animal Crossing, Link's Awakening, whatever. They included all of that in a little slide in their financial report. And the more and more I thought about this, because we had talked previously about all the games that are coming in 2019, it made me start to realize that I think 2019 is the best lineup of games we have had on Nintendo Switch for a given year ever. Right now, 2017 was obviously the best year. But I'm going to go step by step through the games. I want to note this is probably far from a definitive list. There's going to be more games announced. There could be some games that are delayed, whatever. But this is what I was able to find out. And I've kind of organized it in different categories comparing 2019 to 2017. And I am blown away by 2019's lineup. So first off, let's just talk about exclusives. And yes, this will include any sort of remasters that might be exclusive on Switch as well. So we have Cadence of Hyrule. I included this just because Zelda crossover makes it a bit bigger than just a normal indie game. Also of note, I'm not doing any indie game comparisons here. Figured I'd bring that up because it would just take me all day to compare indie games. So Yokai Watch 4, Super Mario Maker 2, which we do have a release date for on June 28th. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order. Again, we have a release date for that as well on July 19th. Fire Emblem Three Houses, which we also have a release date for on July 25th. Astral Chain, which, again, we have a release date for, which is awesome, August 30th. In addition to Daemon X Machina, Animal Crossing, Luigi's Mansion 3, Pokemon Sword and Shield, Link's Awakening Remastered, and Town, that new IP tentatively titled by Game Freak. Now, so by my count, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 exclusive games this year. All right, compared to 2017, which is going to sound a little bare bones at first, but you'll see why in a bit. We have 1-2 Switch, Snipper Clips, Super Bomberman R, ARMS, Splatoon 2, Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, Fire Emblem Warriors, Golf Story, Super Mario Odyssey, and Xenoblade Chronicles 2. You can include Fast RMX if you want. Again, that's diving more into indie games. I included Golf Story only because, well, it was heavily advertised and pushed by Nintendo in major directs, so to me it was worth bringing up on its own. Snipper Clips was the same case for that as well. So that is, by my count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 exclusive games in 2017. Now, you're going to know that there are some major omissions here, like the game that launched the platform called Breath of the Wild. Well, that's because Breath of the Wild is classified as a day-and-date port of a Wii U game. We know that Breath of the Wild was developed first and foremost for Wii U, so it is definitely not a Switch exclusive. So we're going to categorize it under Wii U ports, since this kind of fits really well with the next category here and does show a favor to 2017. So in 2019 for Wii U ports, so far we have New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, and that's it. That is the only Wii U port that is confirmed by Nintendo. It's already released, and we have no other Wii U ports currently announced for this year. Obviously, with an emphasis on 12 exclusives versus 10. For 2017, this is where 2017 has the advantage. Obviously, Breath of the Wild, a big deal. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, best-selling game on the platform, big deal. Rayman Legends, I don't know, I debated on counting this or not since it's a third-party game, but it is something that was on Wii U. Originally was supposed to be exclusive before it went to other platforms. And then Pokken Tournament Deluxe. So there you go. Those are 4 games. Obviously, Wii U ports favor 2017 over 2019, so advantage to 2017. But now here's where the separation really comes in. So exclusive wise, you can kind of pull hairs and choose which games you like. I think the games this year are a bigger deal than the ones in 2017, besides like Super Mario Odyssey and stuff like that. But this is where this year really pulls ahead, and it's practically indisputable. So these are day and date AAA releases on Nintendo Switch. These are the multi-platform AAA games that are day and date on Switch, something that was almost inconceivable in 2017. Mortal Kombat 11. Obviously, we know that that's doing pretty well. Team Sonic Racing. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remastered. And yes, I'm counting these because these are becoming universal releases on other platforms as well at the same time. Doom Eternal. Wolfenstein Youngblood, Crash Team Racing, and Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered. So by my count, that is 7 AAA multi-platform day-and-date games on Nintendo Switch in 2019. 2017 had FIFA 18, NBA 2K18, only the digital version, by the way. The physical was a month later. WWE 2K18, which probably shouldn't have existed, and LA Noire Remastered. Everything else, Skyrim and all that stuff, were just old ports. And yes, 2017 had a lot of old ports in comparison to this year. However, if you start throwing Final Fantasy 12 and 7 and all that in the mix, I'm sure 2019 could stack up well. I didn't draw that comparison because I'm focused more so on new content here rather than just bringing, just porting over old content. If you want to remaster old content, that obviously is worthy of consideration. Now, in addition to those 7 I mentioned for 2019, I think it's a pretty safe assumption FIFA 20 and NBA 2K20 are going to be among them. Since we not only had FIFA 18 and NBA 2K18, we had FIFA 19 and NBA 2K19. So while those games aren't announced for Switch yet, those games just aren't announced at all. They always get announced in the summer. So I think it's a safe assumption that 7 will go to 9. So 9 compared to 4, obviously a massive advantage in the wake of the Nintendo Switch in 2019. So again, I keep looking at these two lineups because 2017 was touted as this monster year that Nintendo can never repeat because they had Zelda and Mario Land in the same year with a Mario Kart. And oh my gosh, we got Doom, even though it was a 1 year late port. We got all these amazing games and the Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. And I'm sitting here looking at 2019 and I'm going, I think it's better. Doom Eternal, Wolfenstein Youngblood, day and date, hello. Mortal Kombat 11, hello, day and date. Like Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remastered has me hyped because I enjoyed the hell out of the original. Can't forget things like Cadence of Hyrule, a crossover. So we're getting like a Zelda kind of game here. Link's Awakening Remastered, no, those two games don't add up to a Breath of the Wild, but it's something, right? That's at least got to be a Fire Emblem Warriors worthy, you would think. Like Link's Awakening Remastered, Fire Emblem Warriors worthy, it's probably going to outsell it, so that's got to be something. Yokai Watch 4 is a big deal. It might not be a big deal to all of you guys, but it is a pretty big game. Super Mario Maker 2, come on. That's at least on the level of Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. If not, possibly better than New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe this year. Like, Super Mario Maker 2 is going to be a big deal. I don't know if it's going to outsell Odyssey, but it's a big deal. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, I mean, come on. That's at least competing with probably something like Xenoblade Chronicles. And I know Xenoblade Chronicles, it might be a better game, but Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 is going to have a wider audience. I'm telling you. Fire Emblem Three Houses. Come on now. I mean, fine. Compare that to Xenoblade Chronicles if you want. Like, Fire Emblem Three Houses is a bigger deal than a lot of the lineup. Astral Chain, new IP. Same with Daemon X Machina. Who knows what those are going to do. Pokemon Sword and Shield, it's bigger than anything that released in 2019. It just is. So, there you go. Animal Crossing, at least as big as Odyssey and Zelda. So, there's their 1-2 punch. They had Zelda, and that we have a new generation of Pokemon and Animal Crossing. Oh, and then we also have Fire Emblem. What we don't have is a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe replacement per se. But, I mean... I don't know about Mario. Mario Kart's that weird thing, and it's a Wii U. I don't know. Mario Kart is just an evergreen, the most evergreen of evergreen games, I swear. So, again, you could talk about some things that give advantage to 2017, and I'm not sitting here to tell you 2017 was not an absolute stud of a lineup for Switch. But my point is that whether or not 2019 is factually or objectively or subjectively better than 2017, I think in 2019, it's at least as stacked as it was in 2017. And I'm talking about for a full calendar 12 months instead of just 9. And to me, that is insane because I never thought we would see a year like 2017 again. And yet, here we are. And that's without a brand new mainline Mario game. That's without a brand new mainline Zelda game, right? Like, that actually sets it up where 2020 could have those games come back around again 3 or 4 years later. Like, this is This is insane to me. Nintendo is really upping their production, and they're showing that while 2018 was a bit of a down year in terms of the number of quality exclusive games. Oh heck, I forgot Yoshi's Crafted World. Hello, sorry Yoshi, my man. I'm still like in the midst of reviewing you. Like what? How could I forget that? Like I'm saying, the lineup just keeps giving and giving and giving. Like it doesn't stop this year. There is no stopping the Switch train in 2019. Forget the Switch Pro. Forget the Switch Mini. Forget whatever crap that we've been talking about for the last month when it comes to that stuff. This matters more than all of that. This lineup in 2019 is hot fire. And I don't know how I'm going to afford these 30, 40 games this year. But I'm going to pull it off. Why? Because it matters to me. I want to play these games, and I want to talk about these games with you, and I have to play them to talk to you. Unfortunately, I'm not into fighting games. That's why I don't have Mortal Kombat 11, or I would have that, and I'd already be talking to you guys about it. But besides that, of the games I'm interested in, it's pretty much everything I talked about, and I am hyped as hell. Again, these lists are far from definitive. As I said, I just remembered Yoshi's Crafted World at the last minute, but these lists are massively in favor of what's happening really here in 2019. And my gosh, like 18 million, that's all they're predicting for Switch this year with that lineup. Like, oh, but 2017 can do it. Supply constraints. Launched outside of a holiday period. They're going to have Pokemon for the holidays this year. A new generation. Nintendo. They are finally fulfilling that promise of taking the 3DS and taking the Wii U and putting it all on one platform. That promise they never promised us, but just existed by the sheer methodology of what the Switch is as a handheld and a home console. We are now seeing that content production hit in year 1, hit in year 3. I mean, look at that. The Wii U ports alone, like there's hardly any. Wow. Thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to enter our Nintendo Switch Super Smash Bros. Ultimate giveaway through the Gleam.io link down in the description. Why don't you go head down to the comments and let me know what you think about the 2019 lineup this year, how it compares to 2017. Do you agree that it's better or at least equal to what they did in 2017? Do you care about the comparisons I made? Or are you a little sad that I didn't give more attention to more indie games and do some comparisons there, even though it would take me 30 years to try to compare indie games in 2019 2017 because there were so many of them. Anyways, I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.